Capricorn, welcome to your August 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Oh, I keep getting these cards of like decisions, confusion. My interpretation of that is that there's a lot of things up in the air for all of us, for the collective. So that might be why I keep getting these kinds of cards over and over again. New paths to forge. I got that Fool card in the exact same position for another sign. I don't know what sign it was. Wow. Look at all those major arcana cards. You've got 3 out of 6. So you're coming off of a full moon in your sign. It's a super moon, so it's supposed to be more powerful. And it was emotional, that's for sure, because I just know in my own life that was an emotional time. I'm not Capricorn, though, so I can't even imagine what it was like for a Capricorn person. But maybe some endings, some finality. The heart of the matter is the 2 of Wands. Should you stay or should you go? Is there some kind of a decision regarding where you live? Maybe there's a part of you that wants to go to a different, relocate, but might even be for career matters, but there's somebody else that you have to consider before you do that. Perhaps it's children or a spouse that doesn't share your desire to do that. 2 of Wands can be like deciding between 2 career paths. In the past position, we have the 7 of Cups. A lot of options, not a lot of clarity about those options. And I think that, this card, they always talk about, be careful of what you choose, because you could choose that pterodactyl or whatever that thing is in the upper left-hand corner, and that might not be the best choice. But the point is that it might be a situation for Capricorn where you still need to clarify what you want in life, and for some reason you're not quite sure anymore. And I think as we exit the transit of Pluto and Capricorn, which has been here for the last 15 years, for people who have a prominent Capricorn, this can be a time when you have transformed tremendously, but it doesn't mean that everything is just like cut and dried and all figured out. You may still have remnants of confusion, not sure that you're making the right choice in certain respects about what it is that you're doing. And that's human. That's not anything unusual, because you're simply trying to navigate your life in the best way possible. And even though you may have grown, you may have changed, you still can have those vestiges of doubt. And as long as you acknowledge that and make a commitment that you're going to continue to pursue these things in a very committed fashion, I think that that's a great thing, because we have here as a spiritual message this Fool card. And this is about those new directions that you're going in. And so it's very interesting, because this card is connected to Uranus. And Pluto is going into Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, in March of 2023. And it'll be at 0 degrees. And I think it only goes up to 0 degrees in 2023 before retrograding. Because, it has a long... Obviously 15 years is a long transit, so it's very slow moving, and it can stay at a certain degree for a long period of time. And especially when it's, it retrogrades for months at a time each year. So what I really mean about this in terms of your life is that Pluto is going to go back into your sign after it goes to that 0 degree. I don't know when. This isn't really about that specifically, but just letting you know that there still is some things that you need to do to, change and grow. And so really getting clear about what it is that you want in terms of goals is a good start. Don't worry about settling everything, but you have to be willing to do things for your highest good. You can no longer be earthbound, even though you're an earth sign. You have to be the spiritual version of that earth sign. Remember that the devil card is connected to Capricorn, so there's that tendency to crave the material to the point of being grasping, and clinging to those material things. And you don't want to do that. You want to go in a whole new direction. And the Fool, because it is connected to Uranus, is also about being a nonconformist. And there's nothing wrong with tradition if it's tradition that is timeless and it never goes out of style. But just being stuck in the past, that's not the answer. Nor is changing for the sake of changing the answer either. So being able to discern the difference between those two ideas is important. What crosses you is the Hangman. Make sure that nobody is kind of giving you some kind of pie in the sky promises. So if this is some kind of a job offer that you have, or maybe you have multiple job offers, but you haven't heard back from anyone, don't allow other people, sorry about the drain, to dictate to you how you choose to show up for your life, because you might be jerked around by someone. And this might even be in a romantic sense if you are deciding whether or not to continue waiting for someone, because the Hangman is about waiting. And sometimes we have to wait. It's not a bad thing to wait, but there has to be this belief that something is worth waiting for, or that it's actually going to materialize. Because as we know, sometimes people say things that they don't mean because they want to have their cake and eat it too. So if this is an employer that has laid you off and they're saying, oh, we're going to hire again in 3 months, and 3 months have gone by, you may have to move on and not allow yourself to become stagnant based on being controlled by somebody else's timetable, and maybe they have no intention of doing what they say. What's coming in is the King of Cups. This can be like a kindly father or father figure who understands you, who is a great sounding board. It could be a counselor, a priest, rabbi, pastor, spiritual teacher, meditation teacher, or healer, who you are getting some kind of help in making a decision. It might be a boss who you attract into your reality, who is really for you. The Seven of Cups to me also can be more of a spiritual type of career, and perhaps this is new for you, so you're not sure about it, but you have a mentor who is very helpful in guiding you. And the outcome is the Strength card. So being confident about your choice, feeling like you're going to make something happen. You're not afraid that you made a bad decision. So you're confident in your decision. And you may have to take charge of the situation because perhaps you've been either experiencing inertia, but I really feel like the hangman is connected to somebody else, somebody who is telling you something that isn't necessarily true about what is going on, and you're believing it. And that's causing you to stay caught in a no man's land. All right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.